Hi, it's Lost in the Endgame here, and welcome back to another Lost Ark video. Today we're going to discuss why Lost Ark desperately needs more power passes, and why it shouldn't lead to a drooling mob of zombie sheep with pitchforks chasing me saying pay to win.
Ludwig, you will search the woods. Those are your group. Herr Frankenstein, you will take to the mountains. Those are your people. I will lead the third group by the lake.
Okay, so releasing Tier 3 was a great decision by Smilegate. I think in hindsight we can look back and say if they just kept it at Tier 1 for a few months, all we'd be doing would be Chaos Dungeons, Guardian Raids, and we'd all be bored shitless. So as it is now, we've got Tier 3, they've given us some Tier 3 content, but there's a lot more to come. Now the issue that creates is that at the juncture we're at with Tier 3, there's not a huge amount to do once you get here. So basically, as an endgame player now, I do my Argos raids, I do my Aurea's dungeon on hard, both of them, and really after that I'm running the daily Chaos Dungeons, Guardian Raids, and anything to do with the events. Now what I'm saying is that I think by providing power passes either for money or by doing quests weekly and allowing a power pass every week up to a maximum of, I don't know, 3, will simply allow people to create more characters, get them to T3, and what I'm saying about the power passes is not a T2 power pass, I want a T3 power pass, because really that's where the game's at, that's where the gameplay is at, it's at Tier 3, it's at the end game, dungeons, raids, etc, and I think people want to be doing them more often. Now with the cadence of 1 a month on new raids, I feel like it's just a little bit too slow if you've only got one character. And I know everybody tells you need to have alts, and that's great, but quite frankly it's daunting to level up another character again, and I think they need to bridge that gap there by giving out power passes and start sooner rather than later. I've got no issues with free weekly passes available by doing weekly quests, which will probably end up being a bit grindy, or money, pay a bit of money for it, whatever man. At this point I don't really care, because I'd rather do that than have to level up a character all the way again, do all the gear running again, and go through all that, well, quite traumatic experience, quite honestly. Now ultimately the endgame content we've got at Tier 3, if you're only running 1 or 2 characters, just isn't enough content to keep you playing the game. Yes, there's horizontal content, but again, at the cadence of 1 raid a month, I feel like it's probably going to take maybe 3-4 months to get enough raids out there that there's enough content to really keep you hooked all week. And I know what people are saying, well, put the effort into level your alts, but it's such a painful process. Just the leveling process is difficult, never mind the actual gear owning process, going through all the story missions again. Yes, you can knowledge transfer, that costs gold, but honestly, just give us power passes. I don't see the problem myself. It'll help people get more steady influx of gold, more silver, so they can level up the classes they want to play, and it gets people to try out more classes. And there's so many different playstyles in this game. It's a shame that so many people kind of feel scared from leveling up alts to try out all the different playstyles. For the hardcore player, doing the raids, let's say doing Argos and doing Aureas and then just doing loads of horizontal content is going to be okay. They're probably fine with that. But what we want to really create here in the community is a strong grassroots foundation of players, which will then become hardcore players later on. And to kind of get those grassroots players, you need to entice them in. You need to give them reasons to constantly play, and that's where the love of the game develops. I think just having them log in, do Argos on, let's say, the Thursday, do Aurea's raids on the Friday, and then just log in and do dailies, I don't know if that's doing a lot for the casual player. So that's why I'm suggesting let's get more power passes out there. Let's get them on a weekly quest. Let's get them to be redeemable in events maybe. They cost a lot, but do your events every day and you can buy a power pass or 2. And again, throw them in the shop. Why not? Now the problem with releasing a bit of T3 is that it creates a vacuum of content that can easily be filled by alts once they start releasing a couple more raids, and that's why I'm a big fan of getting power passes out sooner. The Tier 2 power pass is nice on the Lancemaster, but again, I personally would have liked to see that to Tier 3 if you're already at Tier 3. I mean, what's the point of really putting them in Tier 2? Is it so they can learn the character in the tier 2 raids. Well, to be fair, you can do that in the Guardian raids in tier 3. So again, I'd like to see them really, you know, open the floodgates a bit on the community. I think it's developing a strong base of players, and we want to really add to that. And I think people want to play more classes, especially when new classes come out. So let's get some power passes out there. That's it really. TLDR, I want to do more raids on more characters. Give me more power passes. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hit a like, subscribe, comment, and tell me how pay to win everything is. Thank you.